Hello and happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. I'm Maria Milagros. You're an incredible human, and this is Wisdom Wednesday, where I like to share little tips, tools, and nuggets, either from my own personal experience or from my life coaching, the work that I do, in order to help myself and others get to those next levels of healthier and happier, because we deserve it. Period. Okay, so today is the first Wednesday of November. Happy November. And during this month of November, we're going to be talking about beliefs and specifically how to unpack limiting beliefs and then create new beliefs. So today we're going to start with the unpacking. And the first thing that we have to do, of course, in order to unpack an old belief is to be aware that it is even there. So we have to start paying attention. Last month, we talked about awareness. We talked about using awareness in the different areas of our lives. And so this month, we're going to use that new sense of awareness to start paying attention to and creating changes in our lives, especially when it comes to our beliefs, because what we believe becomes the predecessor of our thoughts become our words, and our words become our actions, right? And even sometimes our thoughts become our actions. You don't even have to say it out loud. You think it and then you go do it, but it's all based on our beliefs. So here's a fun little thing that I like to do with myself and with my clients, and it's fill in the blank, right? So here's what we do. I'll say something like, complete this sentence. Life is... No, for real, you should complete the sentence, right? I can't hear you, but complete the sentence. Life is, and then what I like to use those statements to determine is where we stand, whether we stand in a negative space, whether we stand in a positive space, whether we stand in a victim mindset, whether we stand in a growth mindset, right? So if you said something like life is hard, then your life is going to, your brain, your eyes are going to find for you everything that reinforces the statement, life is hard, because that is your belief. And your brain, your brilliant, amazing, incredible brain wants to make sure that you're right. So if you said, like I started saying maybe 10 years ago, I don't even know, it was a very long time ago, every Friday the 13th, I find money. And do you know what happens every Friday the 13th? No lie. I find money. And so I just started saying that because people would always say, oh my God, it's Friday the 13th. Something bad is going to happen. Okay, you believe that. That's your belief. You go ahead over there and you're going to be open to looking for maybe even sabotaging yourself, making it like readily available for you to find that bad thing that's going to happen. Whereas I'm over here just looking for money. And because my belief is I'm going to find money, I become heightened. My awareness for money around me becomes heightened. I usually find anywhere from like $1 to $20. No lie. I found a $20 bill folded up in a parking lot, and I looked around and there was no one to be found. And I'm like, it's Friday the 13th and this is my money. It was amazing. Sometimes I find $1, stuff like that. So you want to complete that sentence. Life is blah, blah, blah. Right? So the first thing is to become aware of what our belief is. And we can do this in something really general like life. You can do this about a specific relationship. You can do this about yourself, right? I am blank. The first word I thought of was magical. So what is it about you? I remember when I was much younger and when I was really struggling with my self-esteem, and I was really struggling and I did not even know how to begin to love myself, I would have completed that sentence with, I am not worthy, I am a struggle, I am a mess, I am broken, and it was like, So then what happened was, again, we're constantly looking for the things around us to reinforce that belief, which then makes that belief feel really real. And then it reinforces the belief, so we believe it even more. And then we're looking for things to reinforce the belief, right? You get it. So I want you to start right there with the awareness of what is the belief. Life is blank. Complete the blank. And then when you look at that, ask yourself, why do I think that? Where did that come from? Right? That's the second step. So the first is to become aware, and the second step is to ask why. Why do I believe that? Now, you might ask the question, why? And then you might have a memory that pops up and you're like, oh my gosh, this thing from my childhood or this thing, this traumatic event that happened, right? That might be real. Or you might not come up with anything at all. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're asking the question, because by asking the question, you're starting to unravel that belief. You're starting to question the belief and say, how did you get here? You know what? I don't like you being here. You don't get to take up room anymore. And then the next thing that we have to do is we have to allow ourselves to kind of reframe that belief. So if the statement was life is hard, and you're like, where did that come from? And then you think, oh, growing up in my childhood, everything felt like a struggle. My parents were separated. They were always fighting, even when they did get together. Like everything just felt hard all the time. So this was a really old belief that was created from your reality at that time. And then you get to say to yourself, I do not want to keep believing that life is hard. What do I want instead? I want to believe that life is beautiful. I want to believe that anything is possible. I want to believe that, life is getting better every day. Life is getting better every day, right? I'm not dealing with that fighting all the time and it has gotten better. And I've gotten to this new place in my life where there is a lot of good. Wait a second, I have a lot of good that I can be grateful for. And then what we're doing by doing that, by questioning, unpacking, reframing those beliefs, is that we're reinforcing a new belief. And then we get to say, you know what, life is good. Life is good. Does it have its bad moments? Yes. Does it have frustration? Yes, but it also has joy, and it has, connection, and it has opportunities, and it has creativity, and it has opportunities for creativity, and it has playtime, and it has abundance, and it has yummy food, and life is good, right? And then you can start to reiterate that new belief based on something that is also real. So then you get to decide which belief are you going to hold on to. And then the next thing you want to do is practice the new belief. I always recommend that people write it down. I don't think you have to journal every single day. That's not everybody's jam, but you could write it down. Life is good. Put it on a sticky, stick it somewhere, or, put it on maybe a sticker that you can print out and put it on your laptop, put it on your notebook. Life is good. And every now and then when you catch yourself like, oh my God, life is so hard, because that old programming will pop up. You just look at that moment and say, no, this moment is hard. Life is good. I choose to keep believing that life is good. I choose to keep believing that life is good. And you got to practice your gratitude. You have to practice gratitude and appreciation, because in doing that, it reinforces not only what's good in your life, but also what's good about you. So practice your gratitude and appreciation for yourself, for other people in your life, for the things, places, opportunities, experiences, because all of that is what makes life good, amazing, incredible, beautiful, magical, right? So that's what I have for this week. I don't want to overwhelm you. Come back next week and we'll talk more about reframing and what that looks like. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I'm not giving you commercials. I just want the subscriptions. And if you think someone can benefit from it, you can go ahead and share it. So we are going to be focusing the month of November on unpacking and reframing these limiting beliefs, writing new stories so that we don't have to wait until January 1st to start living a new life. We're going to do the pre-work now. And then when we get there, the living is actually now too. But you know what I mean. Or maybe you don't. You will. All right. That's all I got. I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Peace!